Welcome back to the channel. I was scrolling through some images and recordings in my gallery, and I came across a few images that prompted me to do a quick video and talking about agricultural equipment on the roadway. A little over a year ago, there was a local farmer, and I believe his son. They were heading down to a hayfield. They were traveling on a secondary road. It wasn't. It's a state highway, I guess. It's not super wide, but they were getting ready to turn into a hayfield. While they were doing this, in a no passing zone, a Jeep, either it was a Liberty or a Patriot, it was a smaller SUV, decided that he was going to pass the tractor and the truck. He hit the Ford 1920. It's a utility tractor. It had a tedder on the back. He T-boned it basically and threw the operator of the tractor onto the roadway, and the guy slid, I don't know, maybe 75 feet, 100 feet, something like that. He went for a ride. He's okay. He was life flighted from the scene. I turned my scanner on when I saw the helicopter and heard the traffic between the medevac and the hospital that he was en route to. And I will say this: he was in pretty good shape. His other than elevated pulse, blood pressure was good, respiratory was good, all that stuff sounded good. All his vitals sounded good. So I figured he was going to be okay, but he was pretty sore. He was released, I want to say, maybe a day or two, pretty quickly, and I saw him driving around shortly after that, and he seemed to be doing pretty well. He was back to doing farm stuff within a month without too much problem. The point I want to make is agricultural equipment. Sometimes you see a tractor and people just, a tractor is all that registers with them. They don't consider the implement that's being pulled, the chase vehicle, or the person following them, in case maybe the implement does not have lights on it, so a truck or a pickup may be following it to either give the farmer operating the piece of equipment a ride back, to take supplies. They don't take the length of that vehicle, and then the distance between the follow vehicle and the implement itself. Some of this monitoring equipment, especially during planting season, where you have soil fitting tools, it could be a disc, chisel plow, and behind that could be a once-over tool. I mean, you can get well in excess of 2 semi-truck lengths, and I think people neglect to take that into consideration. This particular stretch of road, the no passing zone starts about where the front box of that semi truck is sitting. They're beyond the I believe there's a semi coming from the other direction, so in the other direction of travel. And behind that, there is a dip in the road surface, substantial. You could lose easily a whole vehicle down in that dip, or lose visual sight of a vehicle down in that dip. Probably would only see the top part of a semi-truck box coming north. So it's kind of a blind spot. And there's a reason there's no passing zone. The driver of the Jeep thought he could get around the equipment and the passing vehicle. And I would almost bet the only thing that registered with him was tractor. So just be careful out there. We're coming into a pretty heavy harvest season in the agricultural community. If you're driving through or out for a Sunday drive, and whether you live in an agricultural area or you're traversing one or traveling through one, and just be aware, equipment can be longer than it appears, so they can travel upwards of 30 miles plus an hour. So combination of length, tractors traveling a little bit faster than you think, can make the act of passing take a little bit longer than you anticipate, and you can run into trouble real quick. Thanks for watching, and just be careful out there.